I just wanted to take this opportunity to real quick mention, it's one of the reasons why I'm such a big advocate for school choice. And by that I mean, I think families should be able to choose where the kids go to school, you and your families together making those decisions, whether it's a charter school, a brand new school that doesn't even exist yet, that needs to be started, any public school, private schools that exist. I think there ought to be more choice and the money ought to be available so that it's not just the wealthy families that can decide where they go to school, but everyone can decide. And the reason I feel so strongly about that, one of the reasons, is this issue. If you disagree with the mask policy in your school or even your school board in the entire county, there ought to be a way for you to choose a different school that has a policy that is more in line with how your family feels about it. Thanks a lot for this. I'm not a fan of the government telling you the answers to these questions for that very reason. I don't think the government's politicians are in a very good space to tell you what the science is. And by the way, that goes for me too, right, as an aspiring politician. Just because I got the vaccine doesn't make it a good idea. Your doctor telling you and other doctors telling you it's a good idea makes it a good idea. Your parents telling you it's a good idea makes it a good idea. Not us. Thanks. The type of kids who are like you, interested in staying in school and doing a good job, not getting into trouble, the people with whom you surround yourself are going to keep you safe, keep you out of harm's way. And the other thing that I really should talk about, because I am a police officer, is that there are things that the police can do. Police already do a lot of great things, but there's some things that we can do differently and better. And we can do a better job of gaining your trust and you gaining our trust, right? In recent years, we've done a very bad job of keeping each other's trust. A lot of folks don't trust the police anymore, and police are afraid of the community sometimes. We need different kinds of training, and we need different ways of holding police accountable. We need ways of making sure the police are more involved in our communities. So I think there's some reforms that we can put in place there. Not a big fan of this idea of defunding the police, because I don't think it's a matter of having less police. I think it's just a matter of police doing things a little bit differently and being more involved in the community. As you may know, one of the big causes of homelessness in America and around the world, not just in South Florida, but all over, especially in our urban areas, is mental health problems. And you're exactly right. The medication is so important. And if the resources aren't there and the dedication of the community to help people continue on with their medications, right, and they go off of their medications, it can be a real problem. It leads to homelessness. It leads to crime and inability to hold a job and poverty and all that comes with it. So I'm a big advocate of reforming the way, you were just talking about this, reforming the way police approach some of the criminality in our community. And, by the way, this dovetails with another conversation we haven't had yet, but drug addiction. We need to treat drug addiction differently, too. We need to treat drug addiction less like a crime and more like the mental health issue that it is. And so there needs to be a lot of reform there, too. Thanks a lot. Everyone here is used to speaking to school boards. I've done it. There are open forums and the kids can participate, and I encourage you to do so. There's also street protests. We all participated in those. Maybe you all haven't, but make your voices heard any way you can.